have already subscribed, thank you. If you are yet to subscribe, please do so. This is where I discuss my spiritual journey and all things spiritual. So today I want to share with you guys my Beyond Lemuria Oracle card deck. Now this deck here is a deck that I saw a card on someone else's channel, and I was instantly connected to the image, and I knew that I had to have this deck. And sometimes I get the cards home and I realize that I'm not connected to them. So that happens also. But this deck, no, it has been true to what I thought it would be. Now it's by Izzy Ivy, and it is published through Blue Angel. She's also the illustrator of the deck. Here is the box, very thick and sturdy in this beautiful purple. I don't keep my cards in boxes, but it's good to have a nice box just in case I need to, and that is perfect. This is the guidebook, and the guidebook is very easy to read. It's very simple, easy to go along with. Of course, you want to have your own interpretation, but her interpretation is very simple and straight to the point, which I like that. So the idea behind the Beyond Lemuria Oracle cards is dealing with the microcosm and the macrocosm and how they are inextricably linked. And I love the saying, as above, so below. As within, so without. So those are two of the passages I love to connect with. It just always keeps me connected to higher realms. And this is what this deck reminds me of. It has angelic vibes. It's definitely, I definitely feel that connection, the upper and the lower worlds. You can just see it written within the symbolism and just the energy that you get. Now, Izzy Ivy is a Reiki specialist, so the cards are infused with Reiki energy. She went to Mount Shasta to create the deck, and Mount Shasta in California is a very sacred mountain. It's actually one of the chakras to the world. I went there one time for work, and I definitely felt the energy. The energy definitely is a higher vibration. When I was there, I had a sense of calm and peace that I didn't have before I went to the top of that mountain. Now, I want to go back and do like a retreat there just for pleasure, because this is where it is said to where the Lemurians reside, inside of Mount Shasta, either inside or below. UFO sightings. So it's really a beautiful place. She went there to channel these images from the cards. So I thought that was very interesting. So what is Lemuria? Many of us are familiar with Atlantis, a lost civilization that disappeared into the Atlantic Ocean many thousands of years ago. Atlantis was home to a highly evolved race and beings whose technology was centered around the power of the crystals. They harnessed natural energy in a way is currently unfathomable to us. Also known as Mu, Lemuria was another civilization that existed on the planet at the same time or just before Atlantis. Located in the Pacific Ocean, its residents were gentler, more earth-based nature. They also worked with the crystalline forces of minerals and planets. They sought to be in harmony with life rather than the hierarchical power that will push evolution to the threshold and eventually bring extinction across the planet. Lemuria and Atlantis may have resided in the physical reality. There are also accounts that imply civilization exists or existed in a multi-dimensional overlay to the reality which we are now familiar. Whatever you believe, humanity is accessible to us. When we work with the energies of their blueprints, as mystical stories, archetypes, or as a reality that is even more true than the physical. Our indigenous kin may inspire us to see we can find our way through their wisdom. So that sums up, if you were having any questions on what the Lemurians are. Lemurians were familiar with portals and transverse dimensions to gain information and share wisdom. They were deeply connected with other planets, aware of the balance and interconnectedness of all activity that happens in the macro-micro universe, often inhibiting the abyss in the space between perceivable matter. Their particles and physical densities could transform as they choose. The way they could move through time and space means that they have access to this very moment, and their wisdom is gifted to us as we raise our vibrations to meet theirs. So that is a gist of the cards and what they are about. So hopefully you are excited as I am about them, because that is exactly what mission I'm on right now. I'm going to read you another small excerpt from the About the cards. You can use this deck the same way you use any oracle, but there are special features about these cards. The 56 cards are divided into 3 categories. They are 10 chakra, 7 elemental cards, and 39 seed cards. The cards are numbered for ease and reference. Again, back to that easy system. Now, when I was looking for a deck for the last few months, and I wanted a deck that was dealing with the chakra system, but I could not find a deck that resonated with me. So we're going to start with their very ornate cards. They again give you that out of this world, dream world vibe to them, yet is grounded. So here is one of the element cards, Earth. It has the sigil for the earth element on the lower left-hand side. Soul chakra. And for the chakra cards, they have the glyphs that are on the left-hand side also. And the glyphs are, as Izzy explains them, they're the light codes that are embedded within the cards and within their sigil. And this one, some feel cartoonish, but still just fun, and just, it makes me want to use my imagination, which as an adult, I felt like I've gotten away from that, and I need to get back to using my imagination. Stepping through with the Merkaba, the details. There are a lot of details within each card that speak to you. You can see light codes of her leg with the lotus flower, the Merkaba, the hummingbird, the butterflies. So they're very easy to read. High Earth Chakra, vulnerability, the ether, harmonic flight, sacral chakra, core of the creation. And I like to connect with my cards. This deck has been in my bed since like the first or second night that I purchased it. That's one of the ways I like to connect with my deck. I put them in a bag with a crystal that I feel that I can connect the card with a particular crystal, evolution. And then I sleep with them and I pull from them daily just to get that initial bond with them. So this is one of those decks that I have had in my bed for a couple of weeks. Awakened awareness. Here's a sigil. Now the numbers on the cards make it easy to look up the meanings in the book. If you care to look up the meanings in the book, I always like to start with having my own interpretation. And then I like to get the perspective of the artist also. And I can combine that or take that into consideration. The sound of the universe. Internal explorer. Transformation. Now this is the Mount Shasta card. She said she channeled this image while in Mount Shasta. And this is exactly how I feel the energy, the unseen energy is, from the stars all the way down to the earth grids, going down below. Again, the macrocosms and the microcosm. Shine your light. This one gives me Mama Water vibes. I picked this one last night with the mermaid and the energy coming through the hands and surrounding the body. Crystal keys. Freedom. Unique gifts. The violet flame. I did a meditation last night with the violet flame, so that's interesting. Solar plexus chakra, radiant illumination, and air. With the sacred geometry, the stars. So the cards are very easy to shuffle. It's a heavy card stock. So if you're shuffling, you don't feel like you're bending the cards or destroying them. I haven't had any chipping with the cards. So I'm going to just pull a collective message for you guys today and see what that collective message is. What message do the world need to hear today? What energy do we need to be aware of and focus on right now? Very easy to shuffle. Okay, we had one drop, one fly out on the floor. I'm going to pick that one up and see what it is. Furred and feathered friends. So this one to me is living in harmony with the universe and we being all one living kindred spirit. Let's look up in the book, number 27, and see what Izzy has to say. The divinatory meaning. Look at how you choose to nourish your physical body and your ethics and reasoning and surrounding your food choices. Where possible, explore fortifying, filling, and nourishing alternatives. Your body and energy will thank you for it. This card also signifies strong animal energies that could mean working more closely with an animal spirit, guide, or bringing a four-legged companion into your life. You may have a greater awareness of the wisdom of the animals that you encounter and their traits or messages meant for you. And it is amazing. I also have an animal oracle deck that I've been working with, learning the traits of animals. And I think animals are just intriguing. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you're interested, I would definitely suggest picking up the Beyond Lemuria cards if you're interested in any of the topics that I discussed today. Until we meet again, take care.